Yeah. I was just looking at these automated securities exchanges. Yes. These are regulated exchanges, which are called over-the-counter securities. Oh, and then there's a nation, a country, a body politic, a people united under the same government and laws, a country occupying a certain limited territory. Over which it has independent control. And then there's that national bank, a bank authorized to conduct business under the laws of the United States, as distinguished from a state bank. Oh, look at that. Now, as a citizen, yes. Why don't you give me the actual price to get a seat on the New York Stock Exchange and every seat available in every stock exchange of the world? I might buy a seat on all of them. Just sit there, listen to what's going on. Are you going to upgrade the techno? Well, let's say you wanted to buy all of the seats. What would that cost a guy? Now, I know it seems mean of me to want to purchase every seat on all the non-automated exchanges of every exchange of the world, but I thought I had a few lawsuits that I was going to sit on for the next couple of years. Now, let's say I'm the one that only had the seats available, and I wouldn't sell to you. I wouldn't sell to you. It seems really mean of any individual to buy up every seat of all the. But it's possible, isn't it? Now, I know. You're over there in the New York. You're sitting on the stock exchange. You're like, I got a seat on the exchange, and you're not going to sell. You're not going to sell it. You just won't sell it. But what if I made you an offer that you could not refuse? Now, I'm not trying to play Mr. Mobster here, okay? But if I had the seats on every exchange of the world, what would that cost me? What would it cost? Now, for an individual that likes the idea of the ownership of stock markets, yes. It is a possibility, yes, to purchase every seat, yes, and get a good price on them. Just give me the actual seats that were owned by every non-automated stock market everywhere in the world, and exactly who. Now I'm thinking, okay, that today you're going to want to enforce the laws. Now, this concept of a nation, yes, seems foreign to those that are in law enforcement, but it says here, the same government and laws. Now, I told you that it was against the law to issue court orders where there was no due process to myself. I thought every person in the United States had the same equal protections of the laws, but you said I didn't. You said that I had no rights. You could kidnap my sons and you would not enforce the laws of the United States. I thought every citizen of the United States as a nation, yes, had the equal right to the same enforcement of the laws. Now today, okay, look at all that security at the New York Stock Exchange. You have a private security firm that does security there? Yes. Well, let's say that I bought every seat and I decided what the New York Stock. We can't have employees of stock exchanges that don't believe the laws are applicable to every citizen of the same nation. I was wanting my sons today, and you thought, no, we're going to refuse to enforce fraud laws, forgery laws. Yesterday I told you there was nothing more important than fathering my sons, and you decided, good for you, you piece of shit, we're not going to enforce the fucking law. I decided that I'm going to continue to have lawsuits that I'll just keep sitting on until you enforce the law, and then I'll think of ways of spending the money that I'm going to get, yes, for suing every state of the United States, suing the United States federal government for violating intercontinental agreements. Now, it could be one of those very big days where buying the seats that are available on every stock market of the world could be something that I should be looking at. Now, is it an investment? What if you approached me and said, I'd like to have a seat on the stock market? I'm like, no. You say, I'm going to make you a deal that you cannot refuse. I'm like, well, what do you offer me for the seat that I purchased? You said, oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm just wanting to know the actual ownership, the employees, and the security personnel of all regulated, automated and non-automated stock markets everywhere in the world for the last 50 years.